Laba Sabatani. The chef and fame back the Holy Ghost with the Tommy.
The pale horse behind me.
I know you see them chariots.
Thunder in the clouds. 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 Lightning in the sky. Friday night class. Let the whole earth know who rides. Sons of thunder in the building. Truth in the air. All praise the eye. Sons of thunder, let the whole room shake. Truth hit hard, let the falsehood break. Lightning flash every time we speak. All praise, yeah, that's the power we keep. Sons of thunder, we was built for war. Boots on the ground, bring the law once more. And salute ya how, but the glory eyes. Friday night thunder, let the whole sky spark. When the storm roll in and the night gets still, that's the hour real man get forged by will, not by ego, not by fame, not by face, but by how you stand when the truth test fate. Sons of thunder hit a name, hit a weight like a drum in the chest when the remnant wait. Not a weak sound, not a soft parade, it's that iron and fire when the line get made. Friday night class, let the whole block hear. Truth so strong, make the demons fear. Every lie get stripped when the scriptures land, and the proud get checked when the words start slaying. We ain't built from trends, we ain't built from views. We was built decoration, pain and truth. Street corners, cold nights, boots in prayer, thunder in the mouth, judgment in the air. Thunder, let the whole room shake. Truth hit hard, let the falsehood break. Lightning flash every time we speak. All praise, yeah, that's the power we keep. Sons of thunder, we was built for war. Boots on the ground, bring the law once more. Salute ya how, but the glory eyes. Friday night thunder, let the whole sky spark. This for the brothers that stood in the rain, still held the line when the world went strange, still cracked the book when the flesh they cringe, still to them cousin they ain't run from me. This for the fire and the voice of the camp, this for the men still holding the lamp, this for the truth when it strike like flame, this for the ones that ain't both for fame. You can hear that storm when the lessons rise like a trumpet blast in the blackest skies. No man get crowned in the place he eye, but unaware on the do and the walk of lost. So salute to your high, let's order and rank, but we been at knee, only where it belongs, and thanks to the most high power that shook these bones. Now the thunder live in the hearts of grown and strong. Thunder, shake the ground, lightning, strike it down. Friday night, truth go live. Sons of thunder, shake the ground, shake the ground, shake the ground. Sons of thunder, sons of thunder, let the whole room shake. Truth hit hard, let the falsehood break. Lightning flash every time we speak. All praise, yeah, that's the power we keep. Sons of thunder, we was built for war. Boots on the ground, bring the law one more. Salute ya how, but the glory high. Friday night thunder, let the whole sky spark. Thunder in the clouds. God first, let the whole room stand. Truth in the air, let it move through the land. Friday night fire, let the whole place light. Sons of thunder, let the whole room watch. Salute the general, honor where it's due. For the labor, for the warnings, for the work so true. Salute the general, but the praise go high to the most high, only ruler of the sky. Salute the general, let the whole camp know truth don't build itself. Somebody got the whole. Salute the general, but we keep it in line. Yeah, overall, that's the law every time. I seen men speak, but their words had no root. I seen loud talk die when it had no fruit. Then you see a man stand, yeah, after years, still feeding the flock, still making things clear. That take patience, that take burden and fire. That take discipline when the flesh want higher. That takes standing tall when the pressure get thick. Still keeping the book and the doctrine strict. So this one for the work and the way you carry, for the cold nights teaching, for the truth kept married to the law, to the order, to the field. Yeah, not bending for men, not changing the call. Salute the general. I know where it's due. For the labor, for the warnings, for the work so true. Salute the general. But the praise go high to the most high, only ruler of the sky. Salute the general. Let the whole camp know truth don't build itself. Somebody got the whole. Salute the general. But we keep it in line. Yeah, overall, that's the law every time. Yeah. This is for the standard that was set in place. For the sharp correction, for the straight no chase, for the brothers built up under heavy instruction, for the men learning order instead of destruction. This is for the times when the message cut deep, when the class got still in the room, couldn't sleep, cause the truth hit hard when it come with weight, and a real leader don't always make it feel safe. Sometimes it stings, sometimes it exposes. Sometimes it show what a man don't know. But that's how I ain't get forged in heat. That's how lost men learn how to stand on their feet. No throne for flesh. Yeah, get the glory. Honor the labor. Now tell that story. Salute the general. I know where it's due. For the labor, for the warnings, for the work so true. Salute the general. But the praise go high to the most high, only ruler of the sky. Salute the general. Let the whole camp know truth don't build itself. Somebody got the whole. Salute the general. But we keep it in line. Yeah, overall, that's the law every time. Y'all first, truth next. Honor the labor, that's respect.
Welcome to Pillars of Rest, where you can find special material for our sisters, by our sisters. This is a Sons of Thunder exclusive platform focused on building, encouraging, uplifting, and engaging with the daughters of Zion. Here you'll find personalized and interactive content geared towards showing what it truly means to be a pillar of rest. Interviews, scripture breakdowns, tips on motherhood, marriage, and testimonials are just the beginning of the many things to learn from and enjoy in this program.
When you bought to a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted young was misled and not past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying on no tale bearing. Get deep behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get deep behind me, Satan. No, I don't.
Oh, he's not playing the commercial. You guys got to look at me. 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah. We keep this. Yeah. Yeah. We keep this feast where the Lord draws near, where the past still breathes and the truth rings clear. 11 bread, lamb, and bitter herbs on the plate.
Passover 2026. Hey, be here. Zephaniah 2:1. Gather together, O nation not desired. There's nothing more beautiful than to gather with your brothers, sisters. We all got the same mind, same heart. We're going to love on each other. We're going to get some good word. Then we're going to get some good food. Hey, be here next year, 2027. Shalom.
Will still hate truth, will still fear man more than fear what's true. And Christ in the meaning, he the King of Kings, the unblemished lamb, the true offering. So we keep this feast with a humble mind, asking y'all purge what was left behind.
We keepin' Passover
With the blood in view,
Sons of Thunder,
trying to be made new.
pillars of rest,
Holding peace in place,
and mercy still moving.
through the house by grace. Yeah.
We have to take the royalhood back. That's why we're here. A new nation starts with the transformation of the people. And the transformation of the people starts with you.
We can't forget the reason why we fell, but the Lord will still break what our own will build, still bring all men low to their face.
You gotta stop sinning. The brother told you earlier, if you came in here the same sins that you had last year, okay, you're not getting no ground. Okay? You gotta repent. Alright? Move on and say, get ready for the next battle. Satan ain't gonna leave you alone. The dragon is wrong. Alright? For those that keep the commandments of God.
With the blood in view,
Sons of Thunder,
trying to be made new.
pillars of rest,
Holding peace in place,
and mercy still moving.
through the house by grace. Brotherhood is more.
These are the instructions from a father to a son in Sirach. So he loved us enough not to keep it a secret for him and his boys. He taught it to us all. That's love. That's what we gotta do. We gotta stop this whole I love Israel from Israel is my camp. My love is reserved. My love ain't reserved for just SOT. I don't care what camp you're in. You an Israelite, what's up? You hungry?
And when we rise from the table, let it live in the walk, in the way that we build, in the way that we talk. Cause the feast ain't full if it end in a song. And gotta live in the soul when the days move on.
As we sit here together to reenact this Last Supper that we about to do, that's what y'all excited for, Con. We about to reenact the Last Supper and give our reverence to Yahweh Shah. We're not doing the Last. Y'all think we're doing the Last Supper because we keep the commandments perfect? No. and we actually follow the law the way the Israelites was doing it in the BC days, that was the thing. No. We do these things to the best of our ability. Earnest. With all our whole soul, our whole heart, and our whole mind. That is the best of your ability.
Most people just wear clothes, but some wear a message. A reminder of who we are and who we stand for. This isn't fast fashion. It's covenant. It's culture. It's identity. Built with purpose. Designed to last. Created for those who refuse to blend in. When you step out, let your garments speak. Before you do, join the movement.
I'm wearing the Israelites brand.
That's when I be yelling, I'm Jew by blood. Y'all dudes not us. And I don't believe in y'all, but in y'all I trust. I'm just a common coolie commandment keeper. I know it's hard to live righteously in the land of evil. They got you feeling like damaged goods around damaged people. And truly life is a movie, just can't demand a sequel. Verily, verily, all you hypocrites, heresies and Pharisees only fear God, so I know the devil's scared of me. They stole us from our land, they stole our land.
Comely with a mouth full of gold and gold chains around our neck.
That's why they think of airing me, saying what God's saying, like a parakeet preparing for the
Shop the collection now before it sells out. Click the link below and secure yours today.
I hope y'all like that. That was Supplication by Roy the Chef. It's dangerous out here. I hope you guys make it home safe.
Yo, check it out. You ain't worried about that.
Yo, what was that about? Don't worry about it. You wouldn't understand.
Younger brothers, they're not here. And then I start asking the Most High, why? How come I'm the only one out of my whole family that you didn't take me? And then it just came to me. He said he was saving me for a purpose. And so that's my reflection on it. And I hope some of you take this to heart. You know, you're going through your lives, things get hard for you. But you got to remember that the Most High is running the show. You do what he say, you can expect great things to come. So that's my reflection. I hope is, a lot of you take this to heart. When things go bad, just think of, man, it ain't going to be bad like this all the time. Because we're his chosen children, and he works mysteriously, we can't figure it out, but that's how it is with the Most High. He ain't gonna tell you what he gonna do. He just do it. You pray and you ask for stuff. Hopefully you ask for stuff that's not vain. Like, hey, I like some hair. That's vanity, really. I'm all right. But that's my reflection. I hope you take this to heart. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom. Y'all take it easy.
Hallelujah. Peace and safety to the elect in the four corners of the earth. I've been enjoying starting my classes with a word from Warrior Micah Allah before we begin, because what a timely message, so sincere. He will be dearly missed. He will be dearly missed. All right, Israel, before we get started, make sure you guys understand the spiritual landscape. We are in a time period now where there is an entire wholesale attack on the image and character of the black man, woman, and child. The Hispanic man, woman, and child has had their civil rights violated in front of our eyes and completely pushed to the side. The Native American man, woman, and child is being completely ignored as if their relevance is nothing. And the so-called white man is pushing his agenda full speed ahead in these last days. He is at the peak of his pride, and he's standing at the cliff and precipice of his eventual destruction. Yeah, I'm getting right to it. For centuries, we have been asked to prove our humanity to others. We have been asked to qualify our right to exist to others. You have been the butt of every joke, and you have been the heel of every story. Your civil rights movement has been mocked and is in the process of being repealed, and you have no public leadership in opposition to this, and you are they don't like this. You are the least organized you have ever been since the days of Jim Crow. Your young people don't believe in your authority and your vision. They become a consumer culture, and their wants, needs, and tastes are being driven by the marketing of their enemies. Your spiritual leaders are guiding you into a ditch and are lining their pockets while they're doing it. And your own people have defected and become counselors against you. I want to show a video tonight, but then I thought about it, and I'm not going to be able to show it because it'll probably get the channel banned and flagged. But I watched a black woman call our people the hard ER with a white man behind the camera. And she spoke like we were another race, and she was not one of us. And her message was that we deserve to die. And I wanted to start the class with that video because I knew that video right there, that would drive the class into a frenzy. But then Wisdom said, no, you play that video, even though that video is slandering black people, the white man will use that as an excuse to close your channel down. Because he's so clever at his evil. Hebrew Israelites are rising into prominence, and then all of a sudden our scandals become more important than the message we teach it, and we cannibalize one another publicly. We don't know how to build. We have no politicians that can lead us properly, and political outreach is cut off at the knees because black people in politics are speaking against black people to ingratiate and endear themselves to white people. Whether you believe the earth is flat or round, whether you believe we circumnavigate the sun, or you believe in a geocentric model, the existence that you are part of revolves around the white man's whims And whether or not he likes you, he has become God in this reality. And we are becoming his devoted disciples. We worship a white Jesus, white angels, white depictions of God. We teach our children that the ideal of beauty begins with them. We let them control the historical narrative, and we let them control our spiritual narrative. There is no pushback. So it has become my responsibility. I have taken the burden on myself. It has become my responsibility to educate you properly on race relations and how to approach this as a spiritual person. It has become my responsibility. The brothers here at Sons of Thunder are not only equipped to talk to you about this, but we're equipped to go through this with you to reprogram your mind, which is the battleground. The battleground is here. As millionaires become billionaires and billionaires become trillionaires, you are in last place. There is nowhere in nature where one species outnumbers another, but they are subjugated and controlled. We outnumber our enemy in this earth, but because we lack unity, we are controlled, and the white man gets to design destiny, and you go along for the ride. Is this why you were born? Is this why you exist? At one time in America, the white man was so furious at Britain's taxation and governance from across the Atlantic Ocean that they started a revolutionary war. They fought Minuteman warfare. That means they got a musket gun. It takes them 1 minute to load this weapon. And they stood in front of each other firing shots. And as men were mowed down, losing limbs, losing eyes, having their faces blown off, dying in front of their children, they waved the flag of liberty. And we celebrate it every year as Americans on the 4th of July, a reminder that we will not let another nation control us. And you watching in 2026 as the foreign government, the foreign Israeli government controls the United States. We watched Michael Jackson destroy his face because he did not see beauty in himself, the most famous man on the planet Earth. And the best thing he could come up with is, I want to be white. We watched them demonize his father and call him a child molester. This is what they did. And disgrace his memory. But their elites take children to islands and eat them alive. And the white man justifies it, saying we can't destabilize the government. Let's talk about Carmelo Anthony and how evil he is and how much black fatigue we got. Anything to change the station. And all we concerned with is Carisha, spin that. Where all my scamming niggas at? Spend that money fast. Anything to distract us from the pain of living in this reality. We got rappers who come from the streets, who've been in the trenches. They became billionaires. And the best they could do is keep their mouth shut. Can't mess up that bag. The love of money is the root of evil. And when the white man figured out that that's all we want above all else, he knew he could control us with that carrot, by dangling it in front of our face and walking us into a ditch. And we have no leadership to say otherwise. All of our gangs was created to keep these pigs from beating us senseless in our neighborhoods. And now they became tools for our young men to destroy one another. And an excuse to criticize black people as a nation. When the gangs of New York is how all of this started. White people. You've been called a gangster when they showed you what a gangster was. You've been called an extortioner when they showed you what extortion was. You've been called a thief when they showed you what stealing was. And you've tried to love them out of their behavior. You convinced yourself that if I just could join them, if I could prove to them that I'm different and special, they will receive me with open arms, and they use you like a puppet in all of those situations. But the most taboo thing in the world is to say that the white man is the devil. If these things make you afraid, if confessing these truths make you fear, you worshiping the wrong God. What God are you praying to? Tonight, we're going to discuss that. Because I'm going to tell you point blank, I do not worship the same God you worship. The Most High God has grabbed me by the back of my skull and has guided me into every situation I've ever been in. And it's been a spiritual experience the entire time. And in these last days, what he has shown me is that my people have been praying to a God that does not exist. You have been worshiping a God that is okay with what the white man is doing in the earth. Joel, why's everything got to be the white man? Why the white man? Why the white man? Because he is controlling the narrative of our lives. Since he has been in power, war has never ceased on this entire planet. There has never been peace. I watched the Asian man upset that we don't want to shop at his stores, and he literally takes to the internet to complain and fuss about black people because we don't want to spend our money with him, and that's offensive to him. When he sells us drug paraphernalia, Chinese food that he won't eat himself, and he nickels and dimes us into luxury cars and sending his children to the best schools in the United States while wanting nothing to do with you. But God forbid you should stop spending your money with him. He want to dance like you. He wants your hip hop. He wants your swagger. They over there in Asia manufacturing afros and dreadlocks. They want your style so bad, but they hate your guts. Oh, Joel, you generalizing. You're not being fair, Joel. Yes, I'm generalizing. Because the Most High generalizes. He doesn't judge individuals. The God you made up understands you and is hand-picking individuals from every nation, the good ones, and babying them and walking them in to his bright heaven, while all black people everywhere on every continent are being destroyed. In these last days, I realized that the civil rights movement was the most important event in Black history, and the white man knew that, and he destroyed it. And his plan was so clever. He's going to be responsible for destroying you, but make it look like it's your fault so that you can't blame him. I'm going to assassinate all your leaders, but I'm going to pay one of your own to do it, so history will remember you as the culprit. The same thing he did with slavery. I'm going to get together with these Africans and I'm going to buy some slaves, and that's going to be useful to me. And then I'm going to come back and destroy those Africans and make all of you slaves. But I'm going to tell the story that all of you sold each other. And that half truth is going to be how I control your mind so that I can be the good guy in the annals of history, because I'm such a narcissist. I want that. And to speak about this candidly, Joel, or anybody that's got enough cojones to raise their voice in this way and risk their financial future, because I control the keys to that, I'm going to make you the bad guy for speaking this way. So while I am racist, look at this. Look at this. Look at that. So while I'm going to keep going, because Yahweh is stronger than you, and I worship the real God. So while the white man is actively racist and defamatory, the narrative that I will spin and run with and fight to teach the next generation is that you are the problem. We have seen history repeat itself multiple times. We was not alive during the world wars. This generation was not there. But they used propaganda to justify the type of violence you cannot believe. And while the Asian man is revolting because Black people don't want to spend money with them right now, he forgot that the white man dropped 2 nuclear bombs, the only 2 that have been dropped in history on civilians. But he still wants to be with, emulate, and love Esau. The African man watched the Black American man fight for his civil rights because Judah was in the neck of the enemy. And as they cheered from across the waters, Boombaye, Ali, we spiritually reached out to him in solidarity, only for now the African man to come to the United States and feel that he is better than a Black American and to join in defaming us. The Arab man has had his back kicked in by the white man since the Crusades. He's watched his he's watched his country get invaded, his statues pulled down, his leaders deposed, and an American flag raised, a British flag raised. And the best he can do is get here and make sure his kids do not talk, intermingle, or marry or do business with the so-called Black man. You, Black men, are at the bottom of society. And when someone tries to have a heart-to-heart, real conversation with you, that's when white people speak up. I will be called a racist for telling the truth about the reality that we in. And stupid gaslighting comments will be the best they can do to rebut what I'm saying. Charlie Kirk was unalived by another white person, and white people is more mad at Carmelo Anthony than that person. And Charlie Kirk was their hero. He gave them every talking point they could use to be openly racist while sounding intellectually responsible, and they cheered for that. And no black theologian, politician, or educator arose to compete against that in the public sector. Because black people are optimistic because we worshiping the wrong God. We worship a God who we believe will change the hearts and minds of white people so that they will cease their intellectual, physical, and spiritual violence against us and eventually accept us. And on the road to that acceptance, it makes black people turn against their own people and become hypercritical of their own people because you are the only one that is expected to change. Asking him to change is now racist because the narrative is you are the problem with America. You got no allies in the world, black man. The white man has successfully removed the sympathy and respect and alliance of your closest neighbors. Panamanian man don't love you. Mexican man don't love you. Jamaican man don't love you. Haitian man don't love you. The Barbados man don't love you. The Cape Verdean man don't even think he's black. You got nobody. The African man don't love you. The British black don't love you. And you come over here to America, you got Negroes disparaging black people and prime time, and they black. It gets to a point where we got to stop strategizing how to make some in a relationship. When you're in an abusive relationship and this Negro is smacking blood out of your mouth, and you go to your mama and you say, what can I change to make this man love me? She will tell you, you done lost your damn mind. You need to get away from him. He don't deserve you. Black people are in an abusive relationship with the white man. I'm going to show you some clips tonight, and I'm going to make you think. And because I'm superior to them devils, I'm not going to use you, because white people use their own people as Operation Human Shield and as cannon fodder. Remember, they are run by the elites who are cannibals and sycophants and disgusting non-humans. So the average white is their bulletproof vest. I ain't going to do that to you. I'm just going to make you think, because our children are all we have, and the battleground is the mind of our children. And my children are not going to grow up worshiping a false God. Your grandmother's God is fake. A false God had you thinking it was progress when German shepherds was biting your women, but you could eventually eat at a restaurant. That's a fake God. That ain't Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That is not Yahweh that gave you that victory, because that wasn't a victory, and he don't do small victories, the real God. A false God had you thinking that you made progress because you playing baseball in the Major League Baseball, and you're famous now, but white people throwing food and rocks at you, but at least I'm in Major League Baseball. What an achievement. That was a false God that had you thinking you accomplished something right there, because the real God would destroy Major League Baseball for touching the apple of his eye. Are you crazy? Sports? A false God had you thinking it was some accomplishment to be able to go to their universities When we had black people in the 1914s and the 1920s getting 3 and 4 degrees, it was commonplace. Walking around in suits with top hats on, dress shoes that they passed down, heirlooms that they kept clean. A false God had you thinking that you achieved something because the white man gave you a degree when you were already brilliant. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. What you need his approval for? Because you was worshiping a false God. You was thanking Jesus you could ride the same bus the same way that they can ride it. What you thanking Jesus for? You thanking God for what? That you could ride a bus with the devil? You think God rewarded you by allowing you to ride a bus with the devil? What? That's a false God. I'm very aware of the scripture that when your ways please the Lord, even your enemies will be at peace with you. But that wasn't peace. You was at war the whole time. I worshiped a false God. I was asking God for money, women, stature, fame. If I knew who God was, I wouldn't ask for none of that. What God are you worshiping? You worshiping a God that's going to help you win a debate with another Israelite. That's the God you praising. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, who's given me the victory over this other nigga. Like, these guys are stupid, man. I can't follow none of you Israelites. Watching you is an eyesore, a lot of you. Only very few I respect because you're not sincere. Building empires in this earth. Segregating Israelites because you worship a false God. We all did it, Manos. We all worshiped a false God. I'm here to give you the real Yahweh tonight. The real Yahweh. You think God loved David more than me? Why? He's no respecter of persons. See, they use respecter of persons for everything except for that. These biblical figures was able to call Yahweh and Yahweh would move. Elijah had so much faith, them Canaanites stood in front of him, ready to take his life from him, ready to oppress and destroy him. And he was completely comfortable. Elisha, dignity couldn't be taken away from him. God loved him so much, 2 bears came out and destroyed children. How dare you disrespect me? But you get burned with cigarettes, milkshakes poured on your head and spit on because you want to eat at a restaurant. What God you worship? Your children being taken away from you by police officers enacting their violent fantasies behind a badge, and your God don't strip the breath out of their lungs as they stand. Because you worship the false God. White man sit up there and mock you every single day of your life. You can't turn the TV on. But his kingdom persists forever and his riches pile. And you got to explain to your child why they can't have things. What God do you worship? Tonight, I call for a wholesale change in our worship. We will no longer be begging for equality. Anybody under the sound and power of my voice, we will no longer be begging for equality. We will be begging for rulership and the destruction of our enemies, else he be not God. Oh, Joel, you can't talk like that. That's presumptuous and proud. Who do you think you are? A son of the living God. That's who I think that I am. And you can't touch me. You can't take opportunities from me because the real God controls those things. Y'all had me in fear of a false God. Joel, don't talk like that. White man ain't gonna give you no job. Joel, don't talk like that. You're not gonna be able to take care of your children. You talking like that. They'll blackball you. They'll mess you up out here. Who can do anything to me? Cowards. They gave you a coward God. You worship the God of cowards. There's going to be a change in the religion tonight of Black, Native American, and Hispanic people. You're going to put down those idols and you're going to come and worship the true and living God, and you're going to watch him move before your eyes. You're afraid to have faith because you never believed in the first place, and I'm going to help you. The Holy Spirit come upon me to help you with that. The power and spirit that I move through life with, I'm about to give it to you, and all you got to do is receive it. I have no other purpose than to bring you this message. Your enemies make a tumult, and those that hate you lift up the head. Now watch this.
Kayla, you drunk bitch. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? Hey, Kevin Hayes, you fucking liar. Day after it happened. How many lies did you sit and type up on your keyboard, you big keyboard warrior? You a big tough man. You still live in Baton Rouge? Remember you said you'd come to Frisco, buddy? You're supposed to find me. I told you we could sit down and talk. That's all you do. Talk, Mr. Squeaky Clean. You're the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture. You people hang your hat on the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Let me make one up. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you? So don't complain when shit doesn't go your way, when you don't do anything about it. Don't bitch because Trump's president because you didn't vote. You're going to support someone who does something against the law. You're encouraging and saying it's okay because he's a certain color. Oh, you've got more melanin than me. Ooh, so you get more in privileges, more entitlement? Because 400 years ago, someone actually sold you to us and we took you over here and put you to work. And then we had a civil war to free your ass. And now you want to talk shit? Oh, I've been so oppressed. You couldn't even vote 1960. Look how far you've come. Look at all the free shit we give you. You're not oppressed. You're fucking entitled.
Now, that wasn't me talking. That was Austin Metcalf's father, and TikTok restricted me for playing his audio. Got the TikTok right here. Why you think Austin Metcalf think he can walk and tell a black person where to sit, be, and go? That's his father. He called that young child's mother the B word boldly, and his father a coward. And all 12 jurors feel like that. And everybody in the courtroom watching felt like that. And all them white people outside felt like that. That's what they think about you. We did you a favor by bringing you over here and making you slaves. We did you a favor by doing that. That's what all of them feel. It is coming out now. Your school teachers, your football coaches, the people that serving your food at restaurants, your politicians, your governors, your mayors, they all feel that white man, they ain't never been as bold as he is right now. And y'all so busy fighting each other, you don't realize that we need each other more than ever. And the only lesson in the Bible is y'all got to come back together. And I will be with you. This is what the real God is saying. I'm sitting back waiting for you, my creation, to get the picture and come together. I ain't going to help you until you do that. Oh, you envying the oppressor? I ain't going to help you. Oh, you bearing hatred against your own brother? I ain't going to help you. You breaking my laws when you do that. And when you break my laws, I don't help you. That's the real God. But we don't know that. We worshiping the fake God. If I just love the white man, God gonna be with me. If I just am a good enough person to forgive history, I deserve to be in heaven. What God is that? Whose God is that? Even the white man's made up gods don't roll like that. His Zeus, his Hera, his Hades, his Hercules, his Achilles, even they don't roll like that. Like, what? That's bootlicking. What? Nigga, what? But you, that's your God. My God gonna love me if I'm willing to love the white man. And just blinking. No lights on. You guys get money. You got politicians. We got a Supreme Court justice. He made it to Supreme Court justice, and he's against us. We had a black president whose preoccupation was making sure sodomites get everything they want financially. Then after he's president, the world stayed the same. He's on TV talking about all black boys need a gay mentor. I voted for this nigga. I did that. Everybody was mad at Jesse Jackson when the camera went on him, and Jesse was like, look at this a-hole. I don't know why they trust in this guy. Everybody was mad at Jesse. Jesse was right. Hebrew Israelites are the last bastion and the last chance to change the hearts and minds of God's chosen people. You are in the most important awakening, but you watching videos of somebody's wife play you text messages and recordings. That's what you into. That's the latest craze in Hebrew Israelite land. Instead of trying to figure out what God exactly do we serve, and have we ever served him ever? This heathen is why Austin Metcalf is worm food, because he raised his son with his same racist sentiments. And that's why his son was walking through life thinking he could tell black people where they could sit. And then a black boy said, you don't get to tell me nothing, and touch me and see what happened. And now he's being called a monster when that's what the white man told you. Did the white man say this? I don't want no long talking. I do not want long talking. I want a yes or a no. Did the white man say this? See, y'all can't see it on TikTok land. It is the American banner of a snake, a serpent. Don't tread on me. Do you know what this means? Do you know what this banner, don't tread on me, means? It means do not infringe on my freedoms or I will unalive you. That's what it means. But Austin, you can do that if he's black. But if a black man because they want you to be an American. They want the black man to tap into being fully American. Look at his website, U.S. Patriot Flags. If I disallow you from treading on me, I'm supposed to be celebrated as far as American culture goes. Hypocrites. A hypocrite shall not stand before the Lord. Job 13:8. He can't make it. Niggas trying to pick and choose and save some of them. Look at this.
Secret Service Sam here, and I believe the fix is in on Carmelo Anthony. We have another gentleman who saw the tapes. He filled out the Freedom of Information Act just like Dwayne Turner did, and he's saying that the video he saw does not correspond at all with what the witness statements were inside the courtroom. Listen to this.
Yeah, so again, my name is Tony Sturdivant. I was one of the individuals that put in a FOIA request to see the video. What I saw was starkly different from the testimony that I heard given in the trial. There were 6 kids that walked up, 2 splintered off. I guess that part was introduced in the trial where they went to deflect the coach. The other 4 walked directly to Carmelo Anthony. There was a brief conversation, I say maybe 20, 30 seconds, and from there, a scuffle ensued. It didn't last long. Carmelo backed out the back of the canopy. He looked one way, looked to the left, and flew down those bleachers. Now, this is the video that was presented to us. This is the questions that I have, though. Why wasn't that video presented in court? And is it the true video? Because again, it's starkly different from the testimony given in the trial. Carmelo Anthony flew down those bleachers, fell at the bottom of the bleachers, got up, took off. It was maybe 2 or 3 kids that you can see kind of give chase, but Carmelo was gone, so they weren't even going to put a finger on him and touch him. Again, there was a scuffle that ensued at the top of the bleachers, and Carmelo got it there. But I don't know why that was not brought up in court. I don't know why that was shown. I don't know if the ISD gave us a bogus ass video. I don't know, but that's what I saw.
Yes, I think that should be everybody's question is, why did they not show that video in court? What video did they show in court? Who's lying? Who is covering up what actually happened? Because in my opinion, from what I know on this case, Carmelo Anthony should not be sitting in prison for 35 years. It was self-defense, and we need to get a hold of those videos. The public deserves to see what actually happened. We see this all the time where police will lie, say somebody shot at them, and then we see the body cam footage, and it's a complete fabrication. What do you guys think? I am here to expose all of their lies and all of their racist secrets. Secret Service Sam out, Samson for president of the world. Secret Service Sam here, and I believe...
See, it ain't me saying that. That's a white dude. Frustrating, ain't it? That's your people. I've been saying this, and if you watch the last camp video, I said the same thing. Why can't we see the footage? When a black child is destroyed by one of these devils, they put the video in 4K. We saw Cyrus running for his life immediately. They got the clips. Running out the store, running across the street, running through traffic. They got the clips. They're not going to show you their boy being put in the dirt. They're not going to show you that. And why would they? Why do you think these people play by some type of rules that are fair? They never have. They are always on code. You the one that refuses to be on code. You copy everything the white man does except for his unilateral unity. Hey, at the end of the day, we white though, right? Okay. You can't do that. You can't figure that out. It just escapes you. I want his car. I want his house. I want to eat what he eat. I want to dress how he dress. I want his money. I want his women. You don't want his unity. You just don't want that. And it's because one thing he did to poison the well was give you a false God. The God he gave you has you afraid to exclude and coalesce with your own people. The God he gave you poisoned the well. So now you are afraid to get away from him because the God he gave you said, I frown on that. You better love the white man. What you doing? Jesus is white and all the angels. And you know God is white. Deep down, you know God is white. Deep down in your heart, you know God is white. Ask Jesse Lee Patterson. That coon will say it for you. He'll tell you that. Oh, we know God is white. God ain't no black. And he represents an era and an eon of people who have been mind controlled by the most wicked people that ever exist. Once they came into power, the Bible says evils multiplied in the earth. That was the beginning of the Hellenization period. That was the downfall. That was the fall. You want everything he has except for his unity. You are not respected anywhere on this God's green earth. You're not respected. There is no government emissary waiting to meet you, to shake your hand, to respect you. Black American, give me a break. Your history's losers. I'm here to tell you, you are history's victors because the real God is yours. Get out of your feelings and start worshiping the true and living God. And to worship him, you must become a family again because he is the God of all the families of Israel. And we ain't talking about them goofies with yarmulkes on. They so powerful, they got you scared to talk about them. That's because money is your God. And you worshiping a false God, so you don't believe that the real God will protect you while you speak truth. You're afraid. The white man said this. Now, when I tell you that you got to get unified or you're going to be destroyed, you don't believe me. But the white man told this to his people, and they created a country. Look at that. And their message was simple: join or die. And brought them white colonies together, those states, and they had unity. And guess what that unity became? It became the Union. That was their strategy. I told you this is our strategy. You said, no, it never happened. This was their strategy. And they're in power right now. That was their strategy. Join or die. Unification. And it's a snake at the end of the day is what they are. They proud of it. That red dragon Satan. That old serpent. The white man know who he is. It's just you never figured out who you are. Do you need another 2,000 years of servitude? If the white man been in power for 2,000 years, Yahushua died 2,000 years ago. Do you need another 2,000 years before you say, let's try something else? Or will you start praying to the true and living God tonight? Tell a black person it's join or die. Nigga, I ain't join you, I'm an individual, nigga. The real God would have us be brothers tonight. All the camps. These niggas, I said slack here for calling my elders niggas. That is wrong. These elders was in the school together, seeing each other every day, eating together, sleeping on each other's couches, driving home together, and they not unified right now. And that's who taught us that we the children of Israel, and they don't like each other. They old too. And they taught their disciples not to like each other. I said what's up to an Israelite last Saturday. I spoke to him from out the car. I was so happy to see him with his fringes on. I rolled the window down. Shalom, Ak. That nigga looked me dead in my face and ain't say nothing. He went like this. And he had fringes on. Because he got a false God. Because the real God would have put the Holy Spirit on him. There's your brother. I got the real God. That's why I'm like this. That's why I talk to y'all like this. That's why my soldiers are like this. That's why my captains with me are like this. Because we got the real God. I ain't ashamed to be brothers with a brother from another camp. I ain't ashamed to show my allegiance and brotherhood with the brothers of the Nation of Islam. Those are my brothers. Oh, they're not practicing Israelism the way you been. Those are my brothers. We'll figure it out. But those are my brothers. I love them. I love you. Why am I talking like this? Because my God is real and yours is fake. You worship a punk God that lets you get destroyed every single day. And if you lick the white man's boot a little bit better, it might be all right for you. That's the God you got. I don't worship that God. He don't exist. Yahweh exists. And Yahweh put me... And this is Yahweh. God didn't give us no spirit of fear, you coward, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. I see the forest for the trees. The King James presentation ain't working. So we can't do that tonight. Brother Judah hit me up and let me know it's not working. What God you worship? Your God? You afraid? Then what God you worshiping? I ain't scared of nothing, bro. I'm gonna live forever. You can't take my life from me. My spirit gonna go back to the Father who gave it. Matter of fact, if you touch me, this kingdom is finished. Why you not talking like that? Because the God you worship, you could just die today. Oh, well. Shouldn't have played with the white man. You should have taught love. You should have tried to convince him with Jesus. You worship a fake God. My God will not allow me to be moved. Because that's what the Bible say. But you not worshiping the God of the Bible. You made up a God that allows you to stay a subservient slave to the most wicked, hateful people that you ever seen in your life. Go on social media and read the comments. Thousands of Edomites. I'm gonna prove that. I'm gonna prove that. I'm gonna prove that while I play this for you. I'm gonna prove that while I play this for you.
Oh, mama. The gag order on Austin Metcalf's dad was just removed, and boy, did he tear Carmelo Anthony's family apart.
The race card, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. Drew Anthony, you're a and a coward, and you raised one. Kayla, you drunk bitch. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? Hey, Kevin Hayes, you fucking liar. Day after it happened, how many lies did you sit and type up on your keyboard, you big keyboard warrior? You a big tough man. You still live in Baton Rouge? Remember you said you'd come to Frisco, buddy? You were supposed to find me. I told you we could sit down and talk. That's all you do. Talk, Mr. Squeaky Clean. You're the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture.
Mr. Metcalf went on to call Carmelo Anthony a watermelon felon and really unloaded on the Anthony family and their supporters. But, this is a grieving father who watched his son get stabbed to death, then had to sit through a trial where the killer's side tried to turn the victim into the villain. I mean, who can blame him for speaking this way? And now the same people who spent months attacking his dead son are suddenly outraged that he's not being polite. This guy doesn't owe anyone civility. His son is gone forever. Carmelo Anthony was found guilty of the murder. The father has every right to say exactly how he feels about the people who raised and defended his son's killer. I mean, the internet can clutch its pearls all it wants, but this is what happens when you push a father too far. Whoa.
Woe to him who calls evil good and good evil. I wonder how Trayvon Martin fathers feels. But unfortunately, his murderer was not found guilty. Zimmerman was found not guilty even though he shot somebody who didn't have a gun, because he's allowed to stand his ground, even though he followed that person. And there were no witnesses, so the story that they made up was good enough. Carmelo was found guilty with video that nobody's allowed to see, but he's not allowed to stand his ground. Zimmerman trial, black children are dangerous and muscle bound, and they can really hurt you based off of Facebook pictures. Carmelo Anthony's trial, Austin Metcalf is 6'1", 200 pounds, way bigger than Melo, but that's okay. Being white is awesome in Satan's kingdom because you could do whatever you want. But in God's kingdom, ain't no way out. All of them gonna burn. And guess why? Because they evil as hell and they're liars. And they do not deserve the heaven that the Bible describes. And you afraid to talk like that because you worship a fake God. I can talk like that because the God of the Bible says that. People like that will not inherit the kingdom of heaven. What happened to when Botham Jean was sitting on the couch eating ice cream and a white lady walked in his apartment and shot him? No conversation. Boom. The judge, crying, gave her a Bible and said, "You made a mistake." Carmelo Anthony said, "I made a mistake. They was beating me up. I just didn't want to die. They was whooping my ass. I just tried to defend myself. I wanted to get them off me." The judge didn't cry and hug Carmelo. bought them jeans, brother, hugging the white lady. I forgive you, white woman. I forgive you. Austin Metcalf's father is calling Carmelo a watermelon felon. You worship a fake God. My God gonna destroy those people. I'm praying for this. When I go to bed tonight, I don't pray, I hope I could get a nice car in this kingdom. Yahweh, I've been out of work. I hope I could get a new job in this kingdom. I pray that the Most High God destroy my enemies and deliver the kingdom to Israel so I have to deal with these people anymore. Reason I need a new car, reason I need a job, reason I need money, reason I need a wife, reason I need health care, whatever you praying for is because you stuck in their kingdom. If you don't want them problems, stop asking God to fix them problems. Ask him to destroy them people. You scared to talk like that. You scared to think like that because the God they gave you make you feel guilty for talking and thinking like that. And you become the bad guy. And the white guy that's actively murdering you historically is like, hey, man, you better forgive me. Jesus don't like that. You done with that yet? What God do you worship? I'm going to say this. You sound stupid. You sound like the best slave money never had to buy. This is Jeremiah 17:17. I keep reading this scripture, but you won't read it. I keep reading this scripture, but you won't look at it. Be not a terror unto me. You my hope in the day of evil. You're going to be with me. Let them be confounded that persecute me. But don't let me be confounded. I'm confounded right now. I don't understand life. Human beings this far in the future, this is the best you could come up with. Data centers and war, drone warfare, advanced racism tactics perpetuated through social media, billionaires that eat children, working with our politicians to do whatever they want. This is it. Yahweh, can you burn all this today? By Shema Mashak Yahushai? I have no love for this place. Because brothers will hit you quick with the, you're supposed to pray for peace from the city that you in. No. I'm reading Jeremiah who said that. Jeremiah said this. Let them be confounded that persecute me, but let not me be confounded. Let them be dismayed, but let not me be dismayed. Bring upon them the day of evil. Destroy them with a double destruction. This is what I want for the Metcalf family. Destroy them with a double destruction because they about to become the poster boy for white guilt. And they about to start using what happened with this situation as a reason to persecute my people. You think I'm lying?
That shooting happened Sunday evening on Autumn Leaf Drive in Leesburg. The Lee County Sheriff's Office says Jeffrey Tyler Kinsner shot at partygoers after a verbal altercation occurred. No one in the family was reportedly injured, and Kinsner was shot after a family member returned fire.
He was charged with aggravated assault. WAOB News 10's Mariah Norman sits down with a witness who says Their family was racially targeted.
This family says they were celebrating a birthday and spending time together before a man they identify as a neighbor pulled up and opened fire with an AR-style rifle. Witnesses say the family was gathered outside for a reunion Sunday night when a car drove by. A white man who witnesses say was Jeffrey Tyler Kinzer was inside the car yelling racial slurs at the group.
Assault? He got charged with aggravated assault. He backed out the ratchet on black people eating food because they love they do not want a fair one. The white man don't win fair fights. What are you talking about? If white people so mad about self-defense and honesty in the media and standing your ground and fairness and race, everything's about race. I want all the same white people that's mad at Carmelo. Now you got to be mad at this cracker. Come on, let's go. But they not. They're going to act like that never happened. That's what happened right there. A white dude who, not self-defense, he just opened fire on black people eating macaroni and cheese. Women and children. Multiple people's lives in danger. Aggravated assault. Why not attempted murder? And you ain't going to hear about this no more. But you're going to hear about George. They're going to mock George Floyd for the rest of his life, his children's lives, rather. And they're going to continue with the Carmelo Anthony for as long as they possibly can. But you're not going to hear about that. Program director, not covered. We covered that. We're not talking about that case. There's other things. There's a cat stuck in a tree in Opelika. We're gonna cover that. Bro, these are the moments. Do you know we didn't get invited back to Stone Mountain for Tabernacles? I talked to this devil today. She goes, "Oh, you made our other guests uncomfortable." I said, "What? How?" "Oh, you guys were doing war games and our other guests complained." I said, "War games? We have a war veteran come. We sit in a semicircle and he teaches us how to be safe and responsible with a firearm. How is that a war game?" "Well, the other guests didn't like how it looked, so we don't want you guys back." I said, "But wait, somebody actually went into our bathrooms and carved the N-word into the bathroom stalls." "Oh yeah, we took care of that." I said, but we didn't try to get nobody kicked out. We were good sports about that. And that really happened. You're going to kick us out from a place we've been coming to since 2020 because somebody said we were doing something? And you know what this devil said to me? This is today. You know what this white devil said to me? "So you're not going to take any accountability?" I said, "You didn't hear me say that. You heard me say something happened and we didn't over-escalate, and we're being accused of something that didn't happen. When did you hear me say take no accountability?" "Well, I'm just saying, you know." And then she was stuck because they watch the news and copy these arguments and try to vicariously live through it. So now it's the accountability argument for black people. "Oh, you're not going to take any accountability for that?" Like, take accountability for what? People said we were doing something we weren't doing. If you would have come to me and said, "We don't want you doing this instruction anymore," I would have just told the war veteran to leave. But that would be strange because this is a war veteran park. She went, "Look, with this, we're just not the best fit for each other." I said, "Wait, can I have that in writing?" And I quote, I'm not going to do anything in writing. But I can ask my boss if she can do it. I said, well, I'm going to have my fingers crossed because you were supposed to call me a week ago. I had to call you to finish this conversation. I didn't even know you guys weren't going to have us back. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. We got kind of busy. But you have a good day now. You know how much money we spent with them devils over the years? And because some racist whites who wrote the N-word in our bathroom stalls because we were eating barbecue and praying and quietly existing, once they saw a war veteran come teaching us gun safety, now all of a sudden they don't feel safe. Did we feel safe when we go to the bathroom at 3 o'clock in the morning and it says die N-word? Did we feel safe? We just not, I was going to say a word I can't say on class. We just not cat. So our mighty men stayed up all night and walked our women and children to the bathroom anyway. And every white person we saw, we made eye contact. What's up? Don't do it secretly. Say it to my face. But we didn't use those words. We sent it into their spirit, telekinesis. So now they don't want us back. Do you see? So when I'm supposed to go pray, can you move the hearts of the white man to be nicer to us? Because it's just his heart. I know it's good inside. No! I want the Most High God to destroy these devils off the face of the earth. Please do it today. Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha, Baba Shema Mashiach Yahweh. Now go to Philip Anthony Mitchell's church and let him teach he learned from a white nationalist pastor who hates black people. And then he comes to Atlanta to teach you that brand of Christianity. Sure, buddy. Go to his church and let him tell you why we the problem. I bet you he got no lecture or sermon about what happened with Carmelo and how they removed every black juror to make sure that they crucified this black boy legally in modern times. But he got a sermon about how evil Hebrew Israelites are. He got that sermon about getting away from black nationalists. Sure. Damn, time getting away from me. I want to show you this. Y'all going to start praying to the real God tonight. Y'all are going to pray to the real God tonight. Y'all going to help me pray to the real God tonight. Y'all are no longer going to pray to a false God who does not activate or move, who has no sympathy for what you are going through. Y'all are going to stop praying to that God. And with me in unison, we're going to pray to the real God of the Bible, who is going to dash these nations to pieces. And he's going to use us to do it. And you're going to start looking forward to that. Or you could stay in your idolatry. Look at this. Let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. Let them be turned back and brought to confusion, those that devise my hurt. This is the prayer you're supposed to be praying, black man, and you should have been praying it since they was putting dogs on you and spraying you with water hose. You were supposed to be praying for the destruction of this evil monster. But they convinced you to pray for his heart posture to be changed so that we can heal this nation, because this is God's land, everybody. And they had you worshiping damn Moloch, praying for that. You was praying to Chemosh, praying for that. But Yahweh power is supposed to be receiving these prayers. You're supposed to be praying for their destruction and downfall. See, because they devise our hurt. They mock us at the top of the streets. They hiss at us. They clap their hand. Look at these niggas. Look at them. Look at black people. They deserve less. Look at them. 13% of the population commit 50% of the crimes. While he's bombing farmers with drones, blowing their legs off, supplying them the weapons. Are you kidding me? You think you could ever get the moral high ground on somebody with some intelligence, Esau? The hell with you. And all you Hebrew Israelites that bought the Kool-Aid to try to save Esau, you was worshiping a false god. The real God hates Edom. Do you understand? Be praying with my kids. Have my son praying to destroy Esau. You stupid. My God, I trust you. Don't let me be ashamed. Don't let my enemies triumph over me. These are the real prayers. Psalms 25:2. My God, I trust in you. Don't let me be ashamed. Don't let my enemies win. How are black people not praying this? Because you got a false God. What God you worship? Oh, for God so loved the whole world. That's Jesus talking to Nicodemus. That's not the prayer you're supposed to be praying. Pos anthropos, all men everywhere, all men. Does that mean everybody, Joel? Shut the F up. Pray this. My God, I trust you. Don't let me be ashamed. Black people are ashamed right now. The Asian man done stole your whole swag, and now he's on a social media rampage to put you down for buying stuff he sells you. You the laughing stock. God, don't let me be ashamed. Don't let Austin Metcalf father gloating about our baby going to jail for 35 years when some white thugs was jumping him. What? Watch this. Show me the video. You want to shut me up? Make the video public. You want to shut me up? Make the video public. Why you hiding the video? When a black child gets murdered, you showing the video in 4K in graphic detail 15 times a day for 3 months. Let me see what happened to good old Austin, huh? And don't get it in your mind. You're going to show up to 5 points trying to get to some action. We ain't playing with you. We don't want to be your buddy. Don't get that in your mind. Now, I'm going to say this prayer again. Oh my God, I trust you. Don't let me be ashamed. Don't let my enemy triumph over me. How are you living the black experience if the real God hears this prayer? Psalms 31:17. Let not me be ashamed. O Yahweh, I called on you. Let the wicked be ashamed. Let them be silent in their graves. Austin ain't saying nothing right now. Oh, Joel, that's wrong. You can't say that. Wait, those are my enemies. His father who raised him is telling you the values and sensibilities that he professes. So what you think Austin Metcalf feel about black people? Maybe the stories are true. But you told me I can't talk like that. What does scripture say? Let not me be ashamed, O Yahweh. I have called upon thee. Let the wicked be ashamed. Let them be silent in the grave. See, the dichotomy, what you going through right now, the emotions you feel, oh, Joel is so evil. He's a hateful black. It's hard for you to say it because the scripture's right there. So you don't know what to do. So now what you want to say is, Joel, you can't say that. I know you do. I know you do. And you're a hypocrite and a fool. Yeah. Yes, you are. You can't use that psalm like that. How can I use it? When do I activate that psalm? I'm trolling now because you're cut to the heart. You don't know the Bible better than me. Number one, Esau, you're going to get cooked. So don't try that. So all you can do is the emotional appeal. What he's saying is so hateful and evil, but I'm going to keep doing this. So now you got to call the Bible hateful and evil. And then they're going to hit you with, well, that was the Old Testament. And then I'm going to say you worshiping a false God. You worship a fake God. You telling me I can't believe the Bible. Now, what God you want me to follow? Did you make a new Bible? Because the Lord of heaven and earth, I could talk to him like this. These are the prayers. This is the real God. You can pray for this. And I'm calling for a whole nationwide reform on the prayers we've been sending up. We're going to stop waiting for Passover to send up those curses. Them curses going to go up at dinner time. Oh, hold on. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all think I'm damn playing with you. Them curses that we send up at Passover, them curses going to go up at dinner time. Our baby's going to learn them. Well, what? Our baby's going to learn them curses and they going to pray them. So when my son goes, Thawada Yahweh, Thawada Yahweh Shai, Thawada Abba, Thawada Amma, and Thawada my Ak. You know what else he gonna say? Shalak Rayam Wa Goyam. Amen. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Oh, you're teaching hatred to your baby. I'm teaching what? What are you talking about? What God you want me to worship? The fake made up one you gave me? Or you want me to worship the real God? Because the real God, I could talk to him like this. Oh yeah. Yeah. You thought I was playing with this lesson. You think I'm taking it lying down how they railroaded that young man, and then they try to spin a narrative meaning white people could do whatever they want to you, but you better not take their life or you're going to go to jail. And if white people take your life, tough luck. We're going to protect our... No, you're not. My God going to destroy you for touching my people starting today. We're not playing with you. I've been sitting on this. We're not playing with you. You've been getting by because my people been worshiping a false God that you gave them, and I'm giving them the real God right now. And all the brothers with me and all the camps going to start doing this too. Watch. And I don't need no credit because it ain't me. It is the Father in me that doeth these things. Now watch this. Watch this. I'm sweating. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. And he raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the prophets who have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. New Testament, bitch boy. My fault.
Yeah, first, let the whole room stand. Truth in the air, let it move through the land. Friday night fire, let the whole place lock. Sons of thunder, let the whole room watch. Salute the general, honor where it's due. For the labor, for the warnings, for the work so true. Salute the general. But the praise go high to the most high, only ruler of the sky. Salute the general. Let the whole camp know truth don't build itself. Somebody got the whole. Salute the general. But we keep it in line. Yeah, overall, that's the law every time. I seen men speak, but their words had no root. I seen loud talk die when it had no fruit. Then you see a man stand, yeah, after years, still feeding the flock, still making things clear. That take patience, that take burden and fire. That take discipline when the flesh want higher. That takes standing tall when the pressure get thick. Still keeping the book and the doctrine strict. So this one for the work and the way you carry for the code.
It's lucky that's unnecessary language. I got carried away. That's not spiritual. All right. Let's reset and end the class. Because you know you do all that, and then you get carnal, and you go off the tracks. Excuse me. All right. So now let's get a couple more scriptures. All right. Forgive me for that one. I got carried away. All right. Now look at this. Jeremiah 51:21. See, I showed you that Edomite riding on that family that was eating coleslaw and hot dogs, and he want to back out the ratchet, but a black war veteran who was present pulled out his rifle and shot that white man, and then all of a sudden everything stopped. You don't hear no more about the story. They don't go deep into none of that because it's embarrassing for whites. Damn, you went out there with body armor, and this black Marine clipped you, and you ain't even getting none of the Negroes. Like, it's embarrassing for them on the low. But the Lord said, with thee I will break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee I will also break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. You not a victim. You the battle axe, the weapon of war for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. But see, you praying to the fake God, so now you doing die-ins. Let's all lay on the ground and play dead. And then you want the white man to go, damn, man, it's really hurting my feelings. We're going to stop kicking you in the teeth. No, he not. He was laughing at you. This what you were supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be letting Esau know it's not a game. Don't touch mine. Don't touch mine. You can't do it. That's why when we was up at Stone Mountain and they seen us being educated properly how to defend ourselves and our families, they took offense to that. Now, all of a sudden, we don't want you guys back. We've been going there since 2020. Music, noise, praying, having a damn ball. But they seen that, oh, y'all can't come back. It's a war veteran camp. Everybody up there is armed. But because we had a man teaching us how to protect ourselves and they seen black people understanding and being instructed properly, nah, we can't be an avenue to help them do that. Even though they just was called the N-word, some coward Edomite drawing the N-word on their bathroom stalls, and they wasn't even scared and stayed the rest of the time and mobilized to make sure that none of the children or the women got touched. That's how SOT was moving. We're really mad at you guys for becoming militant in front of our eyes. Yeah. Because the God you gave us, it allows you to tread on us. But the real God says, don't, no, I'm with you. They can't touch you. Matter of fact, I'll break them with you. You don't like that, do you? You ain't learned that in Sunday school. This is the real God. Who you praying to? This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 21. What that say? We will fight for our lives and our laws. We're not dying in. We're not holding hands. You throwing bricks at us. That ain't make no sense. We ain't going back to that. We advancing. You had the civil rights movement where the black man was docile and scared of you devils. Now, if you touch us, it's a wrap. Keep your hands to yourself. Leave me alone. I don't want to meet you. I be telling Edomites that. I don't want to meet you. They be mad. Yo, when I say that, when I tell you, Esau be mad when I say that, he be so mad, he could grit his teeth so hard his teeth could break. Because I be saying that, man. I'm a very, very patient and respectful person. And I go through my life in a civilized manner because I'm a God. But when Edomites try to impose on my space, I don't argue with them. I say something like, I don't even make eye contact. I just go like this. I don't want to meet you. What? Bip, bip, bip. I said, I don't want to meet you. Well, you gonna meet me? I'm not. No, I'm not. Have a nice day. And like I do like this. Have a nice day. While looking away, like they can't meet me. They cannot be dignified. They're beneath me. How dare you think you could engage with me? That's the energy I give them. You know how much Esau hate that? But all you know is licking boots at work, licking boots at the gas station, licking boots in the mall, licking boots in sports, licking boots in politics, because you worship a fake God. I don't want to meet you. That's my favorite line. Hey, excuse me. I don't want to meet you. What? Huh? You heard me. And I just move on. You understand they think you beneath them, right? Oh, you got a victim mindset. I don't want to meet you. Yeah, but I'm trying to what you're saying is irrelevant. I don't want to meet you. As far as I'm concerned, you don't exist. Please. I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to do something here. Can you watch out? Can you move? Like, I treat them like roaches because that's what they are. See, if they was good, decent, honest, earnest people, they would get that energy. But the majority of them is damn devils. I'm not trying to find which one. Now, you say that's hate speech, but when Muhammad Ali said it, you clapped for him. Yo, white people is like snakes in a box. I'm not going to try to figure out which snake don't bite. I'm just going to leave the snakes alone. And you, boombaye, Ali. But see, Ali was an entertainer for you. But when he didn't fight in your war, you threw him in jail. You demons. And that's why you lost Vietnam War too. Damn, it's late. Israel, I can teach this all night. There must be a reform to your prayer and to your approach to that which you call God. You have been praying to a God that aids and abets wicked people into literally destroying your life. You have never prayed to the God that erases those people. And I'm telling you, that's who the real God is. I'll introduce you to him tonight. You are royal and dignified. No one can take that away from you unless you allow that. And the God you was worshiping allowed that. Nowhere in this Bible does this God command you to be humiliated by your oppressor. Quite the contrary. Don't let me be ashamed, my Lord. You are my God. You will answer me. Let them be ashamed that torment me. Destroy them with a double destruction. That's the new way to approach Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. I'm going to read you something Jesus Christ taught, and we're going to close it out. Okay? Now, this is Luke chapter 18 and verse 1. Now, watch this. So you've been praying wrong. You've been praying to the wrong God, and you don't know what you even supposed to want. And then everybody's kicking you in the back, and you got elders 60, 70 years old teaching xenophobia for other Israelites. Shut your dumb ass up. You're stupid. Great men are not always wise. I don't care how many people you got in your organization. You taught your congregation to despise and dislike other Israelites. You teaching them to worship a false God. The real God would not want you to do that, dumbass. Now debate me on it. Oh, I don't take debate. I bet you don't. Keep hiding in your rooms, but leave our names out of your mouth. Now look at this. Luke 18:1. And he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint. Don't get tired of begging Yahweh to remove these devils. You better get tired of begging for comforts. How many times you done prayed for peace in the city? 1 billion. How many times you prayed for the Most High to remove Esau tonight and bring peace to this earth? All right. Saying there was a judge. He didn't even fear God. And he didn't respect man. And there was a widow in his city. And she came to him and she said, avenge me of mine enemies. And he wouldn't for a while. But afterward, he said in himself, I don't fear God. I don't fear man. But because this widow keep begging me, I'm going to avenge her, lest by her continual coming, she wear me out. And the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge says. Shall not God avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? You was not crying day and night for the Most High to avenge you of your enemies. No, you was not. You was asking the Most High day and night to give you a job in Esau's corporate system. Please let them hire me. You was asking day and night for the Most High God to help you continue to live in a kingdom that's destroying your body and your mental. You was begging Yahweh day and night for white people not to do something to you today. You ain't never begged Yahweh consistently and earnestly to avenge you of your enemies. And Jesus taught this. But they gave you a fake Jesus, right? Right? No, I got to ask you this. Did they give you a fake Jesus? You better believe they gave you a fake God. We're going to change our prayer posture to beg for the destruction of this nation and all who hate us, and for the Most High God to deliver us into our rightful kingdom. It's gone on long enough. Peace and safety to the elect in the four corners of the earth. Call this number at the bottom of the screen. We're going to send up the Lord's Prayer, and we're going to beg the Most High to bring his kingdom here. And when you get together with your mother, when you get together with your wife, when you get together with your kids, when you get together with your brothers in whatever camp, because you don't like nobody else, when you get together with them, you beg the Most High to avenge us of our enemies. Point blank, period. Thank you for watching. If you would like to support the body, you can donate via Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle. We are the Sons of Thunder. It's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved.
For the truth kept married to the law, to the order, to the field. Yeah, not bending for men, not changing the call. Salute the general. I know where it's due. For the labor, for the warnings, for the work so true. Salute the general. But the praise go high to the Most High, only ruler of the sky. Salute the general. Let the whole camp know truth don't build itself. Somebody got the whole. that was set in place. For the sharp correction, for the straight no chase. For the brothers built up under heavy instruction. For the men learning order instead of destruction. It's for the times when the message cut deep. When the class got still and the room couldn't sleep. Cause the truth hit hard when it come with weight. And a real leader don't always make it feel safe. Sometimes it stings, sometimes it exposes. Sometimes it show what a man don't know. But that's how I ain't get forged in heat. That's how lost men learn how to stand on their feet. No prone for flesh. Yeah, get the glory. Honor the labor. Now tell that story. Salute the general. Honor where it's due. For the labor, for the warnings, for the work so true. Salute the general. But the praise go high to the most high, only ruler of the sky. Salute the general. Let the whole camp know truth don't build itself. Somebody got the whole. Salute the general. But we keep it in line. Yeah, overall, that's the law every time. Y'all first. Truth next. Honor the labor. That's respect. Thunder in the clouds. Thunder in the clouds. Thunder in the clouds. Thunder in the clouds. Thunder in the clouds, lightning in the sky. Friday night class, let the whole earth know who rides. Sons of thunder in the building, truth in the air. All praise the eye. Sons of thunder, let the whole room shake. Truth hit hard, let the falsehood break. Lightning flash every time we speak. All praise Yah, that's the power we keep. Sons of thunder, we was built for war. Boots on the ground, bring the law once more. And salute Yah, how, but the glory eyes. Friday night thunder, let the whole sky spark. When the storm roll in and the night gets still, that's the hour real man get forged by will. Not by ego, not by fame, not by face, but by how you stand when the truth tests fate. Sons of thunder hit a name, hit a weight like a drum in the chest when the remnant wait. Not a weak sound, not a soft parade, it's that iron and fire when the line get made. Friday night class, let the whole block hear. Truth so strong, make the demons fear. Every lie get stripped when the scriptures land, and the proud get checked when the words start slaying. We ain't built from trends, we ain't built from views. We was built in correction, pain and truth. Street corners, cold nights, boots in prayer. Thunder in the mouth, judgment in the air. Let the whole room shake. Truth hit hard, let the falsehood break. Lightning flash every time we speak. All praise Yah, that's the power we keep. Sons of thunder, we was built for war. Boots on the ground, bring the law once more. Salute